Welcome back. Much as I wanted to do everything in JavaScript, we are going to do some CSS in this lesson, and that's going to be to save some time. Of course, you can apply all of the styling in JavaScript, but it's going to be an awfully long lesson, and I think I've already set you through to do quite a bit of the building of the HTML using JavaScript. So we're going to focus on CSS this lesson. Interested in it, you can skip through it and just simply copy the CSS code that we're going to be producing in this lesson, and it's going to be available at the end of the lesson. So selecting out the link, and we're going to create a new style sheet and link to a style sheet file, and then href and link to style CSS and save, and create a new one. Save this as style.css. And I'm going to take the button style that we created earlier, just remove that, and then add that in here. Save, and everything looks like it's hooked up properly. So now let's start working with the styles. And you're going to see that the content is going to update on the right-hand side. So we already have a bunch of these elements, and one of the easier ones to remember was red. So red was going to turn the ones with the red suit to a red color. So that right away structures them nicely. There's also the card object itself, and that's going to be the entire card element. So each one of these has the card class applied. So again, we're going to do a display inline block. So whether that they were spans or divs, it doesn't actually really matter. We're updating everything with styling, applying a margin of 0. And then let's add in some padding, so 20 pixels, so not right next to each other, and give it a default height of 120 pixels and also a default width. So this is going to be set for this, and it's a lot harder to style the cards if you don't have these default widths. Of course you can make it dynamic, and if you do have time or if you do have interest in doing that, you're welcome to do that within and outside of the lessons of this course. So white smoke and border. So setting up a black border. Also, let's make it slightly rounded. So setting border radius of 5 pixels. And also like to have a box shadow, so it's that kind of shadow effect to add to them. So 10 pixels, and let's do, so they actually look like that they're cards that are floating. And margin, I'm just going to do a 5 pixels margin. And I have to also update the styling for the other elements as well. So we can handle a lot of that as needed. We had another class called big. Actually, that should be big, not bug. And this one is going to be for the center. So it's the font size, setting up the font size to be fairly large. So 3EM. And text align, we'll center align it. So it's starting to look more like actual cards. We also had another one called tiny. So tiny, and this one is going to be for the smaller font size. So font, and we'll leave that at 1.2 EM. Vertical align is going to be at top, and text align is going to be left. So save that. And I'm also going to update the button as well. So the default button sizes, and we'll give it a background color of black. Now, of course, you can always do these according to your own preferences. So whatever type of styling you want to apply, you can feel free to apply. And also want to adjust the content for the message area. And if we don't have a class of message applied to it, we can always apply that. So margin top of 25 pixels. So that will move it off of being right there, off the cards. So padding of 15 pixels. Font size of 1.2 EM. And then also let's set a font family. So we'll do a cursive font family. And maybe we want to do it slightly bigger. So it looks like we've got some styling that's been added, and we're ready to move on to the next part where we're going to add some more functionality. So we need to enable the hit and the stand buttons and all of that. So the gameplay part of this course is coming up in the next lesson. And feel free to apply whatever styling you want. You can make it look however you want, and that's up to you.